Welcome to wiARframe 0.9. Let's create a new tabletop AR experience. We'll call it What's in the Box. Let's add a new 3D model to our scene. This will be a 3D model of a box, so let's expand it to fill most of our scene. And we can then select a texture to display on it. Next, we want to add an interaction. What we want to happen is when the user focuses, so when they look at this object, we want it to change state. Now the new state doesn't exist yet, so let's create it. We'll call it scene. In this new state, we want the object to start to spin, so we want to give it rotational velocity. We want this state to also have some interactions. Specifically, when the user taps on it, we want it to change its state to a new state, which will be hidden. In this final state, we want to move the object from view by just accelerating it towards the sky. Next, we want to add a smaller box, which is hidden inside of the big box. This time, we'll give it a more traditional box-looking texture. And then we'll give it an interaction so that when the user taps on it, it will transition to a new state where it will be hidden. In this new hidden state, like the big box, we'll move its velocity towards the sky. Next, we're going to add a banana into our scene. We pick a 3D model and we add a texture. Now we want this banana to be inside of the small box. We want to give it a special property so that the user is able to move it. Finally, we're going to add a minion to our scene. We need to select a 3D model and let's also give it a texture. Now we want this minion to be a bit bigger and we want it to be inside the big box. Let's give it some rotation binding. This means that we can tell the minion to always look at the banana. Now let's try it out in the app. Once we log in, we'll see a list of all of our prototypes, and then we can pick what's in the box. Now, after we detect a flat surface and load our prototype, we can reconfigure it if we want, but that placement looks pretty good to me. Now, the user's seen it, so it's focused. They've tapped. Now here we can see our minion staring at the box. Let's tap on that box. Ah, there's our banana. And now as we move the banana around, we'll see that the minion looks at it. And they follow it wherever it goes. He really wants that banana. Banana.